I'm so glad we are who we are. I'm so glad we are who we are. Thank you to heaven. Heaven is a place on earth. Heaven is a place in mind. It's the place where we learn our worth. Yeah. We can go there anytime. I'm so glad we're who we are. I'm so glad we are who we are. I'm so glad we are who we are. I'm so glad we are who we are. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven.
Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, everyone, for singing. And welcome to those of you who may have just joined us on YouTube. And let's see. My name is Reverend Julia Robles-Scott, and I am delighted to be your bridge minister. So welcome to the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. Gosh, it feels like spring, doesn't it? 2 more days, the official day of spring. It's my pleasure to remind us of who we are. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. We aspire to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of the science of mind and spirit. We engage in sacred practices that uplift our spirit, deepen our awareness, and ignite our soul's self-expression. We demonstrate active compassion to ourselves, each other, and the world. We experience meaningful contribution through giving generously of our time, talents, and treasures. And we intentionally promote our community and its teachings. So now it's time for our inclusion lighting ritual, so I will invite our practitioner, Rev Lanny, up. We light this candle to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, all beings, and all of life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all of creation, the seen and unseen, and also to remind us of the light within each one of us. So here's our question. What's alive in you today? Joy. Joy. Green. Gratitude. Gratitude. The Irish. Harmony. Love. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Just as a reminder, we are a praying community. And we're turning our camera on now. We're a praying community, and there's lavender slips in the seats in front of you. If you're in the front seat, there's lavender slips over there on the practitioner table. Feel free to fill one of those out and put your prayer request in that little brown box over there to the left of the door, and or see me afterwards, and I'd be happy to pray with you. For those of you that are online, you can visit our website at sierracenter.org and go to the prayer section and put in a prayer request. Thank you. Are there any guests here for the first time? It's Rhea and kids. We've got kids. Rhea, come on in. Rhea and her children are from Kauai, and they just moved here. So welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Good to see you. All right.
What's your children's names? Emerald and Thea.
Emerald and Thea.
Thea, she's 3, and Emerald is 6.
Hi, kids. Glad you're here. Yay! Let's see, and now it's time for our announcements. Is there someone that would like to give our announcements? I'm looking right at you, Javon. Thank you. Here we go.
I haven't practiced this one. I'm Javon.
Okay,
Oh, just,
And I can't
you have to turn it on.
I,
Wait a minute. Is it on?
Oh.
Yeah, it is on. Like a nice, nice.
Now? No? Okay. Come join our community. We will be holding a quick start class. And yeah, open to all members, required for new members, March 23rd and 30th from 12:30 to 3:30. This class is introduction to the background and basic principles of science of mind and spirit. Learn more about science of mind and the V symbol, the meaning of the V symbol that we have up there, and the difference between meditation, prayer, and affirmation. Sign up in the foyer. Sacred circle dancing is being offered. We'll meet at Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. Contact Judy for more information.
Actually, because the weather's changing, we might be able to be outside in the park. So we're not sure we're going to be dancing on the 25th, but we will be dancing and it will be those times. And you can call me if you'd like to come and you're not sure where we'll be.
Okay. Course in Love Sharing Circle is on Thursdays from 4:30 to 5:30. Everyone is welcome to come and check it out. It is also available on Zoom. And there were quite a few people. I think we had like 10 or 12 people last Thursday. Quite interesting. The weekly prayer partner thing is happening. So if you're interested in having a prayer partner or having a prayer today with Reverend Lanny, those are available, and you need to put your name in the basket, I guess.
I'm going to show us so that we'll get this down. If you want to have a prayer partner for the week and you walk through the door, here's the form to fill out. All right? And then you take the form off and stick it in this basket. And then we will pass the basket around the same time we pass the other basket. And you can take one out and then meet with your prayer partner afterwards.
Yeah. And so that is for anyone who would like to have a prayer partner, which is extremely valuable. And the spiritual mind treatments that Reverend Lanny offers are beyond amazing. Really powerful. New Science of Mind magazines have arrived. And I assume that they're here, and they're designed for 2 months, I believe, and you probably have to pay, what, $10? But they're really amazing, and they have little sayings for every day, and I use mine quite a bit, and they have great articles. The yard beautification volunteers are needed for this building. Anyone who's interested in that can, volunteer. Probably talk to Hillary about that. Reverend Julia will facilitate vision boarding for our new senior minister. That is next Sunday, March 24th after service. So bring a lunch and magazines and come have fun making a vision board. You can find Zoom links and details about all the announcements, these announcements, on the website, sierracenter.org.
Thank you.
See the vision boards have already been created.
Yes, Jerry Lynn and I made vision boards so far. So there's plenty of room on the walls for more. Thank you, Javon. please bring magazines. Some people have brought some. We've got the Science of Mind magazines. Oh, great. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, and now it's time for another wonderful community song.
You are a treasure. Open up your mind. Let yourself feel the pleasure. Being a part of the divine. We are all special. We're each unique. Open up your heart. Find the love you seek. I am a treasure. I open up my mind. I let myself feel the pleasure. Being a part of the divine. We are all special. We're each unique. I open up my heart and find the love I seek. A little musical interlude here. We are a treasure open to one mind. We are a treasure open to one mind. We let ourselves feel the pleasure, being a part of the divine. We are all special. We're each unique. We open up our hearts and find the love we seek. We are all special. We are all special. We're each unique. We open up our hearts and find the love we seek.
Do you want me to announce you next? Okay. Thank you so much. And now it's time for our sacred reading by our practitioner, Rev Lanny, and then we'll go into our time of inward shift.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. This is from the 365 Days of Science of Mind, which I was reading when I didn't get my magazine yet. Okay. Love is the lodestone of life, the great and supreme reality. Love is the highest gift of heaven, the greatest good on earth, and the treasure of all our search. It is the end and aim of everything. We cannot doubt that God is love, because love renews and reinvigorates, while hate kills. People who love animals and understand them are not afraid of them, for love transmits some subtle essence of life to everything it touches, awakening within all things an equal awareness and response. This is true also of human relationships. Love is the greatest healing power there is, and no one feels whole without it. But love is something that need not be confined to only a few persons. That love that we have for the few can be extended to more without losing the love of the few. And what a wonderful experience and realization it would be if we learned to love everyone as we love the few. Right now, our vision is hardly great enough to include this larger good. But when love becomes more complete, it will take in a larger territory, and we will experience a greater degree of livingness. Today, my love goes out to all people and to all things. There is no fear in this love, for perfect love casts out all fear. There is no doubt in this love, for faith penetrates all doubt and reveals a unity at the center of everything that embraces all things. This love flowing through me harmonizes everything in my experience, brings joy and gladness to everything, brings a sense of security and well-being to everyone. I realize that the love flowing through, in, and around me in all things is one vast, all-enveloping essence and force forever emanating from the living God. And there's a quote from the Gospel of John. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. So that is our sacred reading. Our community value for today is integrity. And so I had to look up what Ernest says about that. And because he has something to say about almost everything. And we appreciate that. We need all the help we can get. So it says, the integrity of the universe cannot be questioned nor doubted. The Spirit must be and is perfect. That which is back of everything must be good, must be complete, must be love and harmony. When we are out of harmony with some special good, it is because we are off the track along that particular line of the activity of spirit. So integrity is the nature of the universe. And when we align with integrity, we are aligning with the universe, we are aligning with the spirit, and we are, like in Marilyn's song, we're in the flow because we're in alignment with the integrity that already is in the spiritual realm. Now, when he says spirit must be and is perfect, I want to clarify, because a lot of us have a problem with trying to be perfect, because it doesn't, we make judgments about ourselves in that perfection. But there's a quote in the Bible says, be perfect even as your Father in heaven is perfect, right? Well, in the Aramaic, which is what Jesus would have spoken, he would have spoken Aramaic because that was the language of the people. In Aramaic, perfection means inclusive. Be inclusive, just like your Father in heaven is inclusive. And so that means we include all of us. We all can't be good at everything. We can't be perfect at everything. But we can know what we're good at. And we can know where we have challenges. And so what we do is we do our spiritual practice so we can align with the infinite. We can align with the flow of tune in, let it be. So that is our value. I'm now going to ring the bell 3 times, and we're going to say Om after each bell ring, and then we will go into our meditation, and I will bring us out with a prayer. Gently, gently, we bring ourselves to the awareness of the allness of good. That there is a power and a presence that created everything that is out of itself. And it is the source and the substance of intelligence, of love, of harmony, of wholeness, of peace, of grace, of beauty. All the words we could ever come up with that we think convey good are nothing like it is, because it's everything. It's infinite in that good. So we align with it to the degree that we are able. So we come together in this morning, in this day, to come together to expand our awareness of it. Because it can only express through us to the degree that we allow it to do so. That is our free will. So we open today to that realization of the infinite integrity of the universe, the infinite expansion of the universe, the infinite evolution of the universe, and know that that is who and what we are, that we are energized and become enthusiastic about the realization of this emergence of the good in a greater way in our lives today. And so I just give thanks for all of those who are making this time for us possible, all the volunteers, Reverend Julia, everyone who shows up in person or on YouTube to join us in consciousness for that awareness, for that expansion, for that realization of wholeness, oneness, and integrity. So with great gratitude for knowing that this is the truth, with love and joy, I release my word into the law of life itself, knowing it is complete, knowing it is done, and so it is. So we are going to I will read the affirmation once, and I will invite you to read it with me. Divine intelligence lives in me and guides me in each new day. Divine intelligence lives in me and guides me in each new day. And so it is.
And now it's time for our pre-talk song by Marilyn. Thank you.
I alone don't have the solution. What I've got is a bunch of confusion. I need your help to get me through. 'Cause I realize that I need you. I've got to get through it. I need to go on. I've just got to do it. Keep singing this song. Ooh, there've been moments I wished I didn't have to live. There've been times I felt I had nothing to give. Yet any minute there is clarity when I realize that you are here with me, and I've got to get through it. I need to go on, I just got to There is a power in the universe, caring and loving you and me. You can't go forward, you can't go in reverse. You choose your destiny. But you gotta get through it. You need to go on, you just got to do it. Keep singing this song. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When I watch myself from afar, I am bright and shiny as a star. That's because I am not alone. Here in my heart, we are at home. And we've got to get through it. We need to go on. We've just got to do it. Keep singing this song. Ooh, I've got to get through it. You need to go on. We've just got to do it. Keep singing this song. Ooh, you've got to get through it. I need to go on. We've just got to do it. Keep singing this song.
Thank you, Marilyn. That was the perfect song. That's how I was feeling for the last 9 days. Just got to get through it. Have you ever gotten one of those phone calls, and as soon as you answered, you had this sinking feeling that it was going to be bad news? I got one of those. 9 days ago, my mom called. She goes, I have some bad news. And immediately I felt like she was going to tell me that somebody had died, right? She said one of our close extended family members had suffered an accident and was in the ICU in Roseville. I felt like this was a family crisis, so I found myself jumping in my car, driving down to Roseville, and I was in the hospital, in the ICU, visiting with family for many, many hours Saturday till 2 in the morning, and then Sunday, I guess that was Friday, and then Saturday again, and then Sunday being here, and then they brought my relative here to Nevada County to home for hospice. And so I was over there again Sunday, and then he passed Sunday night. Before my mom called, my whole schedule was totally full. It was filled up with all kinds of wonderful, great work that I get to do, right? And so when that got the wrench got kind of thrown into the schedule, I felt totally overwhelmed. I was like, how in the world am I going to do everything that I need to do this week? And it reminded me of when I was in ministerial school, especially in the beginning. It was so overwhelming, and I often found myself saying, I can't do this, right? And then I was like forced to just surrender because I knew I couldn't do it. And the good news was I didn't have to do it all by myself, right? And so I was reminded that I can just let go and let God. And so when this thing happened with my family, I was supporting our family the best I could while internally going through my own shock, sadness, and grief. And so I realized that probably the best thing I could do is just to show up and hold the high watch and know that the highest and best was unfolding for all of us. So when I started preparing for the talk this week, and the talk title was, "Tell Me Something Good," I could really appreciate that. I would love to get some good news. So through this process of supporting my family, I had my ears and eyes open for the good news because as we know, something good is always happening through every situation, no matter the outward experiences. So what I saw was a large family full of lots of love for one another. And they also have a belief system that they will be with each other in the afterlife. And you know, that is just so comforting to have that. And what I saw was I got to see them go through this tragedy. So I was rather small. I was probably like maybe 8 or 10. I don't know. Sleeping on the back porch. I just remember that. And Leonard was his name. And he came over and just laid right down on top of me. And that dog weighed about 100 pounds and just totally smashed me. I'll never forget that. But the dog was in the story that people shared yesterday, so it was funny. But you know, one of the beautiful things that I heard and was reminded of is that I don't really think we'll ever know how much good that we contribute to people's lives and to the planet while we're alive. It was just one story after another about all the good that had been shared by this human being. And so there's a lot of appreciation for life that I'm feeling and how short it can be. I mean, we just never know when it's our time to go. And when it is our time to go, sometimes really strange things happen. I don't know if you are familiar with the series called 6 Foot Under on Netflix. Oh my gosh, right? I was watching that. It was a long series. And I was at some point finally glad that it ended because I was like, oh no, somebody's going to die again, right? But you know, the strangest things would happen when people would die. I just remember the one where a woman was like gardening in her yard and I don't know, a piece of airplane fell out of the sky and hit her on the head, right? That was it. Ah, my goodness. But coming back to this thing that sometimes we feel overwhelmed when something happens in our life and we're just not able to figure out what to do next, right? There's that. As divine human beings, we've been given this wonderful thing called our brain, and we're really great at figuring things out and finding solutions and all that. But sometimes we just get into a position where we just can't figure it out. And I love this quote by Ernest Holmes in this thing called You, and it goes like this: "Divine guidance is ours for the asking. The answer to any problem which can ever confront us already exists in the center of our being. Isn't that wonderful to know that the answer already exists in the center of our being? So I know that at times when I get into places where I feel like I can't figure it out, I don't know how it's going to happen. I do know what I can do, and I can reach out for prayer. I do that. And I can call a friend, and I do that. And I can connect with nature, and I go within. So those are my go-to things to do, and maybe some of you do the same things. Nature. I find this quote so helpful. It's from Ralph Waldo Emerson on page 115 in Spiritual Laws. I've probably shared it before. And it goes like this: let us acquiesce. Let us take our bloated nothingness out of the path of the divine circuits. And I equate this to letting go and letting God. We can surrender to that still small voice within us that whispers, we are more than we think we are. We are capable of more than we think we can do. As magnificent spiritual beings, we are the vessels for Spirit to move through us as us. So when we get our little separated self out of the way, we make the way clear for the divine to move through us in unimpeded and powerful and magnificent ways. But first, we must release the need to figure everything out. Just let our inner guidance do the work for us. I know, right? Just turn off that brain. Tell me something good? Well, the good news is that by tuning into the divine intelligence that lives within us, we are guided into the thoughts, the words, and actions that not only ensure our life gets filled with more good, but that we get to share that with our community, and it goes out into the world. One of the core concepts of religious science is that divine intelligence reveals itself in us because it is us, and yet so much more than us. It is living itself in and through all of creation, but it's not absorbed by its creation. So how does divine intelligence show up in our lives? Often it's in mysterious ways. Here's a story that illustrates this point. In 2014, a woman named Lynn Nowicki, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, she was in her mid-60s, and she was just feeling like she really needed a huge change in her life. And she was a religious scientist, and so she decided to take a prosperity class at her home CSL. And she was not necessarily treating for more financial abundance, but she was treating for more happiness abundance in all areas of her life. And so she was in the class, and all of her classmates were having wonderful breakthroughs by, through their spiritual mind treatments and their vision boardings and mind mappings, and she was feeling stuck, and she was feeling frustrated. And during one of the classes, she shared with the group that she was just, feeling frustrated, and that, no breakthroughs were happening for her. And so she was treating for an opening in consciousness, an opening for a new idea. And one particular day at class, a stranger showed up. This strange woman that she didn't know just showed up for the class, dropped in on one of their breaks. And the woman said to her, maybe your inspiration isn't showing up, or your new vision for your life isn't showing up because you're looking too far out in advance. Perhaps look more closely at what you could do now. And she was kind of resistant because she was a practitioner, and she had been taught to look way out, put the big picture out there, that wonderful, huge goal, and God will fill in the blanks along the way. But at the same time, she realized that she was treating for guidance. And so she thought, well, maybe I should listen to this person. And so she went home that week, and in her prayer and meditation, the word ministerial school showed up. And ministerial school had been on her list of things that she could or should do at some point in her life. And because it happened right then in her meditation, she just lit up like a Christmas tree. And she got excited, and immediately she called her contacts at CSL and got enrolled in the Holmes Institute. And so because she was open to a new idea and she had been treating for it, she actually started a whole new career. And to this day, she's still a minister, a CSL minister. I know, right? So unexpected ways, the answers come to us. So we need to be remaining open. Don't get attached to the idea of what it's supposed to look like. If I was attached to the idea of what I thought was going to happen, I would not be standing here today. So this minister, Lynn, had said that she would have thanked the person for the advice that they give, but she never saw that person again. Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm. So in the New American Standard Bible, in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21, it says, "Your eyes will hear a word behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it,' whenever you turn to the right or to the left." So keep our ears open and our eyes open for the guidance. Here's a question for you. How many of you have heard the guidance from your inner wisdom, but it wasn't what you wanted to hear or do, and so you just ignored it and did something else, right? I'm not the only one, thank goodness. Right? And how many times have you kicked yourself for not listening to that inner wisdom? Oh my gosh. I kicked myself so many times, I finally got tired of kicking myself and just gave in. And I found out that life is much easier that way. To just listen and say yes. And here's another question. So how have you learned to discern the voice from inner guidance or your ego? All right.
For me, my ego means I figure things out for my ego,
Mm-hmm.
and the other is just in my head.
Interesting. Yes. Yes. Thanks for sharing that. Yes.
When I get a message, it's in my gut. My stomach will just churn and do something just not right.
Yeah.
I learned to listen.
Yeah. The gut feeling. Uh-huh. Yes.
I ask my higher self to give me a sign that speaks to my heart.
Mm.
And I usually have something that definitely feels like alignment versus conflict.
Beautiful. Yes. A feeling of alignment within your heart. Yep. Yes.
I just ask a question and then I stop and listen.
Oh, beautiful. Just ask a question and stop and listen. Yes, beautiful. For me, my heart starts beating fast and I get sweaty palms. So thanks for sharing that. And that reminds me, we are so accustomed to using our brains to figure things out that sometimes we forget. All we have to do is go within and ask. And the answer, as we said before, is already within us. So here's a quote by one of the most brilliant minds of our time, Albert Einstein. And he said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift." So we just need to be willing to release our need to figure things out and invite our higher wisdom self to lead us into sometimes new territory on our journey to starting a new day or even a new life. Before I close, I want to share with you something that's been helpful for me, and that is simply to ask the question, I wonder how that's going to happen. So many times I've asked that question, wow, I wonder how that's going to happen. And then I stand back and I delightfully watch it all unfold in the perfect time and in the perfect way and in the perfect outcome. I really love this method of asking this question because I love surprises. It's like, oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen next? In fact, that was one of the things that excited me so much about when I felt moved to step into the bridge minister position, because I was so excited because we were going to have a surprise. We don't know who our next senior minister is going to be, right? But I love the co-creation process, and so we have the opportunity to come together and do our spiritual work to prepare our next senior minister to come to us. And we don't know who they're going to be, but Spirit knows, right? Spirit is always bringing to us every circumstance and opportunity needed for our highest spiritual evolution. So we can be grateful for all of it. So let's thank God for everything that comes to us, through us, as us. For we are individualized expressions of Spirit. We're perfect with all of our imperfections. We are whole and we are complete. May we remember when we find ourselves in situations where we just can't see the solution, to let go of our need to figure it out and go within to connect with the knower that knows all. Let us get our bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circuitry and allow God to do through us what we could not do by ourselves. And in closing, because the global theme is a grand rising, we're going to share one of my favorite music videos today. So thank you. And this video is Rise Up by a mother and son. You may have heard it before. So our tech team is going to play that for us now. Momentarily.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and mountains. We gon' walk it out and move.
Oh, let's have it up more.
Mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times.
Yes. Thank you, tech team, for playing that. And now it's time for
This is the quickest way to
our
clear.
post-talk song. All right. So please stand for our community song.
I'm kind of reeling from that experience. That was really neat. This song was born on a trip I took to Texas with my one child to go see my other child graduate from military school. And this song showed up at that time. So, yeah, this is I'm asking you to sing the chorus with me, and I'll sing the verses for you. Goes like this. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. Sing it again now. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. Little information for you here. Look around, stand your ground, make your own special sound. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. Yeah, you got goodness in you too. Step inside, grow your mind, let yourself feel alright. Shuffle along and groove with the song. Keep yourself moving along. As the sun rises, your eyes open. Welcome the surprises on the horizon. Ready? Here we go. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. Sing it again. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. A little more information for you. There may be a thing or two don't seem to be going your way. Remember, it's not only you here to enjoy this day. Everything is possible. It's right here at hand. Suffering is optional. Come on and sing with the band. As the moon rises, I know that it's okay. I welcome the surprises each and every day. Here we go again. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about. Every day in every way, I've got goodness in me. Sing it again now. Every day in every way, I've got something to shout about every day in every way. I've got goodness in me. Okay, one more time. Every day in every way. I've got something to shout about. Yes, I do. Every day in every way. I've got goodness in me.
Thank you. Oh, please stand. Still stay standing. It's time for our prosperity affirmation. And so we'll say this together. Feel free to put your hand over your heart. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And now you may be seated. Thank you. And now it's time for our offering.
Oh yes, I have a little ditty that showed up. That listening, right? I listened, and this is what I got. An incredible thing is happening. We're all here. Me and you and me. It's good to be near. I show my appreciation. I declare my dedication. I'm so grateful for this atmosphere. Sing it with me. An incredible thing is happening. We're all here. Me and you and me. It's good to be near. I show my appreciation. I declare my dedication. I'm so grateful for this atmosphere. Let's sing it again. An incredible thing is happening. We're all here. Me and you and me. It's good to be near. I show my appreciation. I declare my dedication. I'm so grateful for this atmosphere. Let's sing it again. An incredible thing is happening. We're all here. Me and you and me. It's good to be near. I show my appreciation. I declare my dedication. I'm so grateful for this atmosphere.
Woo! Thank you. I'm so grateful for this atmosphere of abundance and love, and so I will bless these offerings. Knowing that the abundance and love that God is moving through in and as each one of us and our lives. And so I know that this financial abundance that has been given here today goes out into our community. We share it with our community partners, our nonprofits here in Nevada County, and it goes out and creates that beautiful ripple effect that affects our whole world. And so I just say thank you to each one of you. Thank you, God, for the abundance that we are. And so it is. Reminders and thank yous. Oh, today after service, there's a Board of Trustees meeting. And next Sunday, we're going to be visioning. Vision boarding. So please join us, bring something to eat, and we'll have some fun making some more vision boards because we are attracting our next senior minister right now. Thank you to Judy and Diana. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maya, for being our tech gal today. Thank you, Javon, for reading the announcements. Thank you, Marilyn, for all the wonderful music today. Thank you for all being here. Thank you, because Rev Lanny, thank you for being our practitioner today. If you need prayer after service, see Rev Lanny. So what are we taking away with us today? Joy, peace. What was that? Integrity. Beautiful. Rising up. All right. A release. Community. Beautiful. Gratitude. All right. Well, thank you. So let's stand for our benediction. We'll say this together. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It's this grand rising. It's this grand rising. It's this thing called manifestation. It's this thing called manifestation. It's this thing called joy. It's this thing called joy. I know it. I know it. I feel it. I feel it. I sense it. I sense it. Because I am it. Because I am it. And so it is. And so it is. And now for our closing song. Okay. My hand's cold.
We laugh, we smile, we stay for a while. As a community, we have joy and are free. We listen, we share, we love and we care. We honor this world and our good is unfurled. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we. We pray and we grow. We learn and we know. All the best will show as we live in the flow. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are